Welcome back. The prices of onions have seen a sharp spike over the last 1 month, especially in metro cities. Onions, which generally sell at 25 to 35 rupees a kg, are currently being sold at 70 to 80 rupees a kg in Delhi, in Mumbai, in Bangalore and Hyderabad as well. If we just look at the national capital, the cost of 1 kg of onions in the retail market has increased by 100% over the last 2 weeks. Why the sudden spike? Well, first and foremost, there is a shortage in production and subsequently supply of onions because of adverse weather conditions, especially lack of monsoons this year in states like Maharashtra, Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh. As a chain reaction, there is a delay in cultivation of kharif onions, which in turn has led to a late arrival of the produce in the markets. Now, the union government is wary of the crisis it is facing. As you know, a similar situation was observed earlier this year in August, and back then a 40% duty was imposed on export of onions. This was the first ever for the kitchen staple. This time as well, the government has moved quickly to ensure that onions are made available domestically. On Saturday, the centre has imposed a minimum export price of $800 per ton for onions. This will remain in effect till December 31st. Essentially, the aim is to try and stop the export of onions so that there is enough for domestic consumption. Let me go straight across to our reporters who are tracking the story for us. Isha is joining us from Delhi. Abhishek is joining us from Mumbai. Neha joins us from Bangalore. Neha, I'm coming to you first. First, there was the situation with tomatoes. We know what happened. And now there is a situation with onions as well.
Well, Shreya, unfortunate as it is, two of the most commonly consumed vegetables today. You take a look at any Indian curry or gravy for that matter, primarily, of course, it's tomatoes and onions that are featured. And it's really, of course, unfortunate that even in Karnataka, as we're seeing drought-like situation, in many of the onion-growing regions, that, these pink, purple, multicolored onions, in fact, that earlier used to sell, like you rightly mentioned, it's doubled in the national capital, and much like the same situation in Karnataka, it's gone up from almost about, 45 rupees a kilo to now touching nearly 90. Now, while, of course, we're all aware of the fact that the prices of onions have gone up and that, there is, of course, an attempt to try and bring it down by the government, they're ensuring there's supply of it, and we even know the reasons behind it. We're going to try and quickly get in a word here from someone who's also being affected by it the most. People today who are, in fact, setting up shop, whether their sales have really been affected or not. Hi, if I can just, speak to you for a quick minute and understand from you, how have the sales of onion been affected? We were speaking earlier, you said, it's gone up by almost double now in 2 weeks. How is the situation on ground? Are people, being a little skimp with their purchases of onion?
See, depends that quality also onion. If you want a nice quality, if you want to go to 88 rupees for the kg. If you want to lose the quality, going to get 60 also. Depends that quality. But onion now already supply is very demand. That's why is fixed to 88 rupees kg. Now whenever going to get decrease also, quality also going to get decrease.
Are people complaining that onion prices have gone up?
See, people are also thinking if you want a nice quality, you can go to Opcons and buy. If you want to adjust the other quality also, 60 rupees also going to get.
Right.
But Opcons anyway, quality is there, no? That's why department fixed to 88 rupees.
So people who were earlier buying, maybe 1 kg or so have now brought it down to, maybe about half kg or so because they need onions.
Correct. They need onion. Because earlier, 40, 50, 30 rupees kg, no, everywhere going to get onion. That anywhere won't get the onion. Because of the 80 rupees kg, that is maximum rate.
Okay.
See, all the road guys also not selling for the quality. You always decrease the price, no, quality also going to get decreased.
Thank you.
Whenever quality if you want, you can pay the 88 rupees.
Absolutely. So, Shreya, of course, it is quite a drastic situation here. There are people who have to, of course, spend about 80, 85, almost 90 rupees a kg here. But remember that, as far as the common man, of course, is concerned, while the prices of onions have shot up so dearly, we'll really have to wait and see as to when the situation gets a little better. Because, whether it's North Indian cooking or South Indian for that matter, primarily, it is the purple onion that's used.
All right, Neha, thank you very much. On that note, let me go to North India. Isha is joining us from Delhi. Isha, onions retailing at what, 70 to 80 rupees a kilo? If you're ordering it online, it's almost 98 rupees as far as I know.
Yes, as you rightly pointed out. In fact, in some areas, it's also gone up to about 100 and 110. So clearly, in the national capital, it's not looking good, considering that it's also the festive season that is just around the corner. In fact, like you rightly pointed out, there is a drought-like situation in states like Karnataka, which has also resulted in this price hike. In fact, government has taken steps, but still, the people who will be suffering the most are the common people in the national capital and in other states as well. In fact, politics has also broken out on this, as the Congress chief, Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge, also hit out at the BJP and particularly the Modi government for the prices rising as India approaches elections in 5 states. So he clearly hit out. In fact, one of a Madhya Pradesh leader known as Ragini Nayak wore a garland of onions, stating that depicting how high the costs have gotten. In fact, we spoke to a few vendors earlier and they told us that when the subsidized onions came in, the stock that the government sent in, it took about 20 minutes for that van to be completely empty. So it doesn't seem to get better in the near future, and especially because the festive season is around the corner. So we don't know when it's going to get better. It's only for time to tell.
Well, the government has stepped in, and you know, the fact is, Abhishek, you'll know this, no politician wants to mess with onions, because in 1998, Sushma Swaraj of the BJP was chief minister, defeated in Delhi because of onions, and since 1998, the BJP has not been in power in Delhi. I mean, they've been in power at the center, but not Delhi. So no politician wants to mess with onions, which is why the central government has stepped in. But is the central government's intervention actually helping people on the ground, citizens on the ground?
Definitely, I would like to, this is the onion, and clearly this onion 5 days back, we can say 4 days back, was sold at around 30 to 35 per kg, and now it has shooted up to around 70 rupees per kg. Where we are currently standing is Dadar wholesale market, and as it goes out from here, nearby my household in Andheri and Lokhandwala area, it costs around 80 to 100 rupees per kg. Just in the span of 4 days, it has shooted up like this and directly affecting the common man's pocket. Let's try and understand. भैया ऐसा क्यों है कि भाव बढ़ गए हैं, एकदम से भाव बढ़ गए हैं, क्या कहेंगे?
ये टाइम पे नया माल आता है, इसके लिए जूना कांदे का बाजार बढ़ गया है. ये नया माल नहीं, नया माल शॉर्टेज है. अभी नया माल आया ही नहीं अभी मंडी में, जिसके लिए जूना बाजार बढ़ गया है जूना कांदे का.
नहीं, आप कांदा खरीदने आए हैं, डबल हो गया है भाव, कितनी दिक्कत आ रही है आपको?
अभी बहुत दिक्कत आ रही है. ये 30 रुपया वाला कंदा अभी 70-80 खरीद रहे हैं. हम लोग गरीब आदमी लोग क्या करेंगे सर, बोलो. इतना गवर्नमेंट की सोचना चाहिए. गरीब आदमी हम लोग कैसा, 30 वाला अभी 70-80 रुपया खरीद रहे हैं.
Definitely, this is the plea of the common man, and he is directly requesting the government to think about it. Reduce the price as soon as possible, because this is something which is required in everyone's plate when they sit to eat their food in the evening or in the morning and the afternoon. Back to you.
Okay. All right. We'll leave it there for the moment. Abhishek, thank you very much. Isha, thank you very much. And Neha, thank you very much as well. The prices of onions becoming a big problem for India's middle class.